Hey everybody, welcome to Level Up. We got a show for you today. We're talking ZooMaa firing back at the BBC. We're talking Activision sues Warzone. We're talking new co-owners of 100 Thieves, and we'll also be diving into a conspiracy theory involving Ninja, Shroud, and Dr. Disrespect. Don't go anywhere, hit that like button, subscribe, get ready, you're about to level up. Hey everybody, how you doing? Blinger here. We're going to get right into it today with ZooMaa. If you remember a few weeks ago, we talked about how he had to step down, basically give up his spot in the CDL with the team, the New York Subliners, because of a thumb injury. Something that he's been dealing with, something that he hates, but he felt it was best for him to step down. And recently he was on a live stream where he was talking about exactly why he felt it was best for him to step down. He was talking about his injury a little bit more in detail, and also some things that some people have been saying about him and his thumb injury.
Up over there.
Yeah. Boys, it's been real. Hey, it's been an absolute pleasure, Zin. Go have fun at 8, man. I'll probably be tuning in.
Fun.
All right, guys. Have a good day, Zin. You too.
Later, Zin.
I see Grimity in the chat asking about my hand, if it's ever going to be 100% to play again. Guys, the thing about my hand is the wear and tear that it's been gone through over the years with the surgery and just reoccurring injuries all the time, built up scar tissue, tendinitis. There's a lot of problems with my hand, and as much as I do want to compete, it's difficult. I can compete and I can play pretty good. I'm not saying that my hand's unusable and I legit can't play. That's not the whole point. That's not why I stepped down from being on the starting roster. I stepped down because I can't play at my potential. And when I can't play at my potential, you can go out and get somebody who can play at their full potential, and it would make the team a lot better. Maybe try control freaks. I've tried it all, guys. I've tried controllers. I've tried control freaks, a bunch of stuff. It's very difficult, man. Very difficult. It sucks. It sucks when you go through something like that. And, some of the boomers out there talking about some of the articles that were getting released about, pro players stepping down because of a thumb injury. First of all, it wasn't just a thumb injury. There was a lot more that goes into it.
Yeah.
And I play the game at a very high level against the best players in the world. So every little thing matters. I'm not sitting on my couch eating potato chips playing COD. I'm playing against the best players to ever do it for thousands and thousands of dollars. So any boomers out there that are talking shit, I heard people on a radio show, I think it was BBC or some shit, with all due respect, suck my dick. Because you guys were laughing at me and saying stupid shit, and now that I have a platform, you. Because you guys don't know anything. You guys don't know what the talking about. You don't know anything about LBC? What was it? LBC? BBC? What the did? LBC? Alright, so LBC, suck my dick. With all due respect, you guys don't know anything about esports. You guys don't know anything about professional gaming and how much work gets put in and how much work a lot of these pro players have, and that's why they get paid a lot of money. And it's very ignorant to come out and say dumb shit about a hand injury and make somebody feel worthless when they're going through a tough time in their life. It was a career, and yes, gaming is a career. And sorry, that sounds corny or cringe or whatever the I call it, but it is a career, and some of the best players in the world are going out there every day, giving everything they got. They put a lot of time into the game. There's a lot of practice, a lot of watching film. There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why a lot of these players are making a lot of money right now. And it's a big market. It's a big market.
That's the best. They're like the 0.01%.
Ooh, and there you go, ZooMaa going off on the BBC because of them getting on him for a thumb injury. And I totally agree with ZooMaa in this case, because they're getting on him because he's a gamer with a thumb injury and he has to go do something else, and they tell him go get a real job. Well, would they say that to Tom Brady if Tom Brady got a thumb injury and had to leave playing football because of the thumb injury? Would they say that to the doctor who got a thumb injury and can no longer do surgeries? Would they say go get a real job then? Gaming may be different. It may not be a traditional career that people think of normally, but it still is a job, and it still takes passion, dedication, energy. You gotta grind. And I think that's what you hear in ZooMaa's voice is he's been dealing with all of this. He can't do what he wants to do anymore because of an injury, and that weighs on you, not only physically with the injury but mentally as well, because now he's got to think of something totally different to do. He's got to go find another way that he can still be involved with not only his team but also this career that he wants to do. And he goes on even further to say this. Take a listen.
They want to go off and say get a real job. Well, with all due respect, we can match bank accounts. You want to match some bank accounts with gamers? You want to match some bank accounts with gamers and a real job, a real 9 to 5? We can match bank accounts. We could do that. It's no problem. It's no problem. So with all due respect, suck my dick.
Man.
We got any other questions or what?
Sorry for all the reactions there. You're going off on that rant.
No, I don't give them. I don't like that shit when people talk out of their ass and they talk to me. They could have gave me a call and said, yo, do you want to come on the radio show and talk about your injury? Instead, they got these old on, and I don't even know what it is. What was it, guys? What was the radio station? What's the radio station that's popular in Europe, Ben? What is it?
BBC?
Is it BBC? I thought it was BBC. People were saying LBC.
BBC, TalkSport, there are a lot of different...
I'm pretty sure it was BBC. I'm pretty sure it was BBC. Pretty sure it was BBC. BBC came out and they said a bunch of stupid shit. They had a bunch of boomers talking shit about gamers and telling me to get a real job and laughing at me about an injury when they have no idea what I've gone through with the injury. And I tweeted out, I was sad, how it was tough, how it was one of the toughest things in my life, and people start saying shit, that was the toughest thing in your life, a thumb injury? Like, grow up, pussy. It's my job. It's my career. It's something I've done. It's the toughest thing I've done mentally, both physically because to get it back to 100% when you're playing against the best players in the world is very difficult. No matter, it's frustrating. It takes a lot on you mentally. It takes a big toll on you. So you guys need to start you guys need to start learning a little bit about what goes into professional gaming and esports, not just in Call of Duty, but every game. Because I'm not sitting here taking shots at you working a 9 to 5. Doing boring shit when other people are out here chasing their dreams and doing shit that they love. Because at least every day I get to wake up and I get to do something I love because I took the risk. I took the risk and it's paying off.
So a bit of a passionate rant there from ZooMaa, but I totally agree with everything he said. At the end of the day, this is what we choose to do for a living. They chose to be radio hosts, so if they lost their voice, how would they respond to having to go out and get a different career or no longer being able to do what they do as a job? Again, I totally agree with ZooMaa. I think as you hear in his voice, the passion and not only that, but also the heartache that he has from not being able to do what he wants to do. He's a player. He loves to compete, and because of an injury, he can't do that. That's going to be hard on him, especially for a while until he finds another way to either be a part of the team or to come back, and hopefully that thumb injury will get better over time with, who knows, maybe surgeries or a different controller, something that he can find to where he can become a player again and compete. Who knows? But it's going to take time. But again, totally agree with ZooMaa in his rant. What do you guys think? Do you think ZooMaa went a little too far? Or do you agree with him like I do that, you know what, this is what he chose to do and other people don't have a right to get on him because he's injured and can't do what he wants to do? Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. And now a quick story where the Nintendo president warns of a possible Switch shortage and issues in 2021 due to a semiconductor shortage. Basically, they're having problems finding enough of the equipment needed to be able to produce enough Switches for what they feel is going to be an adequate number for the 2021 sales. They have reported that they have enough to produce enough for immediate orders and sales, but they don't plan on being able to meet long-term demand for the rest of the year. So basically, if you're thinking about getting a Nintendo Switch, which I fully recommend, you're definitely wanting to go get one soon before the shortage starts happening and before you're going to find it very hard to find an affordable Nintendo Switch, because chances are people are going to buy them and then resell them at a really high rate. So if you're looking to get a Nintendo Switch, now is the time. Now for some news coming out of 100 Thieves. It's recently been announced that both Valkyrae and Courage are now co-owners with Nadeshot of 100 Thieves. Now this is very interesting because if you remember, it wasn't that long ago that Valkyrae was actually saying that she wanted to leave LA, but probably because of the taxes and how they're going to increase and things like that, it is becoming really expensive for content creators, pro players, and streamers, basically anybody that makes over a certain amount, to live in LA because of the taxes and just how much money you're losing to all that. So it looks like she's probably going to be sticking around for a while now with Courage, who is now going to be running 100 Thieves alongside Nadeshot. Now, if you guys remember, this does bring up some bad blood with Nate Merckx, who, if you remember, was promised a percentage of 100 Thieves from Nadeshot back in the day. He's also really good friends with Courage and Valkyrae, because if you remember, they all kind of run in the same circles. So he recently had this to say.
Hey, chat. Listen. I'm happy with. It's kind of a tricky situation. I'm happy for Courage. I'm happy for Valkyrae. You know what I mean? I don't want to see anything but good things happen to them. But let's just be honest. It's kind of an odd thing to pop a champagne bottle to in here, right? So it's cool, But you guys saying, yeah, I don't really. All right, okay, cool. Kind of where I'm at.
So there you have it. Nip Merckx obviously happy for Valkyrae and Courage. Not really happy about the situation since he was supposed to be part owner of 100 Thieves with a percentage. But what do you guys think about Valkyrae and Courage becoming 100 Thieves co-owners? Let me know in the comments below. This next one is just an amazing feel-good story. For those of you that follow the CSGO Esports League, you know that the last few weeks, months haven't been great for them. They've seen a lot of accusations, cheating scandals, and a lot of things have just made that league look very unprofessional. But lately, things have been changing, especially for teams like this, Heretic, who just became the ESL Season 13 champions, and it's not even the fact that they became champions, it's how they did it. They've had a lot of adversity lately, to where they didn't even know if they were going to be able to play. But things lined up right, they were able to get the cards right and play, and not only did they advance all the way to the finals, but they win it in spectacular fashion, creating, hands down, one of the best CSGO clutch plays in a final in history, led by Katie, and you gotta see this.
This Hobbit hold.
The Cadian's decoy was still up in all this time.
Yeah.
You heard about the Cadian 1v4 with the P250?
I haven't heard of that. How does it go, Chad?
Well, it was a pretty important round. It was for the title.
He actually won it with just that pick, that P250.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Nobody was looking, and he managed to sneak his way all the way through the backlines here and shoot Shiro in the back of the head.
Right. And what did he do after that? That's nuts. So he actually shoots the AWP in the back of the head without anyone looking.
Gets the AWP and kills the guy CT.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's knifed him, and he's gotten away with the AWP. I'm starting to get nervous. There's no way. Katie, you can't win Pro League like this. You can't win Pro League like this. No way. Axar's left, 40 seconds and the bomb's on A. Take your time, son. You're about to make the play of your career. Oh my god, 30 seconds. Now Axar's on ramp. He's got 30 seconds to think this one through. A knife kill? You can't. Cadian. He's thinking about ramp. Jumps
Saw him.
Gets the info. He just has to hit this shot and he's done it for Heroic. The leader. Calling well above his years, clearing. Oh no! You're an animal! Heroic have done it, and I just can't believe.
Oh man, now that is so awesome. A 1v4 scenario, as you saw at the end, the entire team just ecstatic, celebrating the win. And this is an amazing accomplishment. This is definitely a play that's going to go down as probably one of the best ever in a CSGO finals match, if not ever. This is an amazing, amazing achievement. A 1v4 in the finals like that, to knife the first guy, steal his gun, take out the next three, an amazing play. So to Cadian and the Heroics, congratulations, you guys definitely deserve this one. So our next story is a little bit of a conspiracy theory as we quickly approach the 1 year mark of Dr. Disrespect getting banned on Twitch. There was a lot of conspiracy theories at the time about why exactly this happened. The main one was that he was banned because Mixer went down and they wanted to bring back Shroud and Ninja. Now, there's another conspiracy theory floating around that kind of is starting to be revived, and a little bit of it because of what Shroud just recently said in one of his live streams about if somebody else was to create a streaming service, how it costs a lot of money. This is what he said. Take a listen.
She interviewed you? No, I don't think so. I was always too scared.
We guys just asked in your chat,
How do you have enough bandwidth for 100k viewers?
Well, that's part of the reason why Twitch is running so many ads. Shit's expensive for them.
But I think he meant, like, how do you, Mike, have enough bandwidth for all these viewers?
And that's another thing, okay? Talking about that point, that's another thing, that's another reason why no individual is going to start their own platform. If this was ever to happen, imagine getting 100,000 viewers, like, on your own platform, doing your own thing, your own website. Holy bye-bye money. Bye-bye money. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. There's a lot of money back in this.
So as you hear Shroud talk about, it would cost a lot of money for anybody to start their own streaming platform. And it was rumored months ago that Shroud, Ninja, and Dr. Disrespect all wanted to create their own platform. The three biggest names in streaming at the time wanted to branch off and create their own streaming software. And now and a lot of people think this may be the reason why Dr. Disrespect was actually banned. The post from months ago now does actually state that Shroud, Dr. Disrespect, and Ninja were in talks on launching a new streaming platform. They were approached by Spotify under Google in order to sign contracts and launch a new streaming service coming up on Spotify's soon-to-be-announced streaming service. But that was going to be under a different brand name. Doc reportedly was approaching multiple other streamers that he personally knew on Twitch in order to facilitate a platform switch. So basically, he wanted to bring some people with him. Twitch reportedly found out from a streamer close to them and close to Dr. Disrespect. And as a result, Twitch apparently decided to ban Dr. Disrespect, terminate his contract, and then file motions of civil suits. Both Doc, Twitch, and Spotify were currently undergoing mediation. No one was to talk or discuss what was going on due to NDAs imposed by Google, which means basically you can't say nothing without anything, or they're suing you for a lot of money. Twitch is basically doing full damage control and attempting to drag this out as long as they can to stop Google from bringing out their own streaming service. Now, this is all just a theory that was posted months ago, but because of what Shroud just said on his live streams, definitely something to think about as we approach the 1 year mark of Dr. Disrespect being banned. What do you think? Do you think this holds any water? Do you think it might be true? Do you think this is just a whole bunch of BS? Let me know in the comments below. Now time to pay some bills and thank one of our sponsors, Rogue Energy, the only drink company in the world specifically geared towards gaming with 4 unique product lines. Energy, the perfect alternative to sugar-filled energy drink. Extreme, which will provide you with the most energy, focus, and performance possible. Hydration, same great taste with no caffeine. And Shake, a mouth-watering 0-calorie energy milkshake. It's time you try the best gaming energy drink on the planet. Head over to rogueenergy.com to get started and use code TRUEVENOM to save on every order. Alright, so if you're still watching, this is probably the story you stuck around for. Warzone is being sued by Activision. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, doesn't Activision own Warzone? You would be right if you're talking about Call of Duty Warzone. There's a website that's been around since 2017 called Warzone.com that is basically trying to halt Activision from trademarking the term Warzone because they feel like people will get confused on what Warzone they're talking about, and also because they've been around longer, they should be able to trademark the term Warzone because they've been around since 2017. So let's dig right into this. So basically, negotiations were broken down between these two, which negotiations began back in June of 2020 over this trademark dispute. Apparently, the owner of Warzone.com is trying to fight this basically so that he feels people won't be confused. In this lawsuit, Activision filed on April 8th of 2021. It says that they're seeking basically relief from Warzone.com's owner who won't stop trying to halt them from trademarking the term Warzone. The lawsuit also says that Warzone.com's owner stopped negotiating with them and declined the company's counteroffer set at the end of March. Activision also says that they first filed the trademark for Warzone in June of 2020, with the browser game only filing for the trademark in October 30th of 2020. So right there you see that Activision filed their trademark first. So that could go a long way in helping them. Now, as we go on, we see that the trademark filing in October 2020 for Warzone.com, the owner claimed that Activision's trademark for Warzone, quote, has already and will continue to result in a relevant consuming public being confused, mistaken, or deceived. Basically, he feels like if this continues, people are going to be confused about what game are you talking about here. Whether it be Call of Duty Warzone or Warzone, and we'll get into his defense a little bit later, but Activision, basically, their lawyers fire back saying Call of Duty Warzone could not be more different than the defendant's game, calling it a low-budget, niche virtual board game like Hasbro's Risk. It is inconceivable that any member of the public could be confused that these two products are the same or believe them to be affiliated with each other. So basically, Activision's defense is these are clearly two different games. There's no way that they could be considered, even anywhere close to each other. Warzone.com's defense is people will be confused because Warzone.com. His claim is that people will be confused because they're not branding it Call of Duty Warzone, they're just calling it Warzone. So because of this legal battle has started. And we're going to touch a little bit on Warzone.com's background now. With him being sued, he has created a GoFundMe account for people to help him, because obviously this is a company where he's the only person behind it. So he doesn't have a lot of money to be able to fight Activision. Activision has a team of lawyers, and it's just him. And he goes off by saying, hey, his name is Randy, he's being sued by Activision, and he's just an indie game developer. He talks about how he created Warzone.com back in 2017, and that he's a team of just himself. He doesn't have anybody else. He made this game, and he's the only one running it, and he's also made other games like the game Warlight, which I've played and I personally like. I think it's a really great game. I never knew until recently that the maker of Warlight also created Warzone.com. But it is a very fun game, and it does play out like Risk with a few different exceptions. If you haven't tried Warlight, I definitely recommend it. But his defense is basically that people will be confused because of Warzone and Warzone.com. He even created the section on Twitch for Warzone, but as you see, people aren't playing his Warzone, they're playing Call of Duty Warzone, because they're even confused on Twitch which Warzone category is the right one. So as you see here, this actually supports Warzone.com's claim that people are being confused. And even Activision, when they're marketing Call of Duty, they're marketing it as Warzone, which he gives plenty of instances where the company themselves even say, hey, this isn't Call of Duty Warzone, this is just Warzone. And when they're talking about their game, whether it be in media, print, or on the internet. So there's a lot of things that help his case, and there's a lot of things that help Activision's case. Personally, I think Activision will probably win this one. I think he probably waited too late to file that trademark claim. But what do you guys think? Do you think he has any hope of winning this case? I feel really bad for him. It's the little guy getting kicked by the big guy in this situation, but I think the little guy may have waited too long. I think eventually Activision will probably end up winning this and filing for the trademark claim and getting it, which really sucks for Warzone.com, because if you think about it, Call of Duty comes out with a new game every year. It won't be long before majority of the Call of Duty players move on from Warzone to play whatever the next Call of Duty Battle Royale is. And we forget what Call of Duty Warzone is, whereas this person only has Warzone.com and Warlight. So I think this is really going to end up hurting him in the long run. What do you think? Are you on the side of Activision on this one? Are you on the side of Warzone.com? Or do you not know where you fall? Let me know in the comments below. But as always, I am Blinger. That is our time for today. Thank you for watching Level Up. If you like this episode, please give us a thumbs up down below. It really helps. Leave a comment. Let us know how we're doing. If there's any stories that you want us to cover, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video. It really does help. My name is Blinger. Thank you for watching. You've just leveled up, and we'll catch you next time.